Hey blockheads, this is DJ AK from NK Airplay Radio, and if you love what the My So-Called Whatever podcast crew is doing, check us out too. NK Airplay is an online radio station playing all your favorite hits from the 80s and 90s, especially the ones from those boys in the band, New Kids on the Block. Listen to artists like Boyz II Men, Debbie Gibson, Tiffany, boy bands, girl bands, and many more. We play artists that are associated with or who inspired the New Kids on the Block, plus some of the artists that inspired us while we were growing up. Check us out on social media at NK Airplay Radio. And download the Live 365 app for your iPhone or Android phone and listen today.
Friends forever, that's what we are. Through the thick and the thin, we're friendship stars. We're banger main buddies from the days of old. We laugh, cry, and hug, friendship solid as gold. My so-called whatever started a year ago. We share our stories and your stories were told. 80s, 90s memories that give us glee. And on the block party shows, NKOTB. Now our friendship circle has grown by far. Hashtag friends forever, that's what we all are. Boom. And if you don't know, now you know. My so-called whatever for life. Hashtag MSCW. Hashtag friends forever. Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what today is? It's your 200th episodary.
It is recording.
We're recording. I see the little flasher.
Yes.
Not a flasher.
No.
It's a red button that flashes.
There is nobody flashing anybody right now.
There is no peen.
Not yet.
Got my attention.
No
That's
peen.
very 80s, I would
yet.
say. Flashing is very 80s.
So, Brooke, do you want to say what we're doing right now? Like, what is it? What's going on?
So this is our 200th episode. That's weird. I'm sorry.
It is weird.
That's
is weird
to say and weird to think about.
Because if you think about it, a lot of our episodes are over an hour. So, like, at the least, we're looking at 200 hours.
At the least. And how have you edited all that?
I don't know.
In, like, just a little over 3 years. That's insanity.
It is, but it's exciting, too. Like, at the same time, I just can't believe we have 200 episodes.
I know. So, okay, I was thinking about this earlier. 200 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Think about the podcasts you listen to.
Mm-hmm.
How many have 200 episodes?
Not a lot of them. No.
Maybe My Favorite Murderer.
My Favorite Murder, yes.
So they've been on for years.
Yes.
Exactly.
Right. So, like, I'm sorry, but, like, we're pretty consistent.
Yeah.
For the most part.
And
in the beginning, too, don't forget, it was 2 episodes a week.
That's right, Dawn.
That was
That's
insane.
right.
Yeah, you guys are podcast gangsters.
What the hell were we thinking? What the hell were we thinking with 2 episodes a week?
It takes a special kind of crazy. Huh? What, Jackie?
I said not even celebs do that.
No. Well, they probably have busier lives
like 4
than we
episodes
do.
and they call it quits.
Well,
True. I mean, you know, not naming names.
right.
But,
I wonder
it's true.
if he moved yet.
But the
the move back.
Yeah, the move back.
we love it. But we love it.
Yes.
And
Somebody
we'll take
tweet
whatever we
that
can get.
at Joe. The move back. We want to hear the podcast.
That would be an
That's a good
amazing
one. That's a good one.
podcast.
Yeah.
On it.
Everyone's locking down again.
Yes.
It's a great
So weird.
opportunity
I
for
put
him to do
on,
that.
Like the TV to, I was trying to find like 80 something, like 9 MTV retro or something like that, and Pop TV came up with, they're showing Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh,
It's an
hey.
80s movie for tonight, right?
I love Ferris Bueller's Day
We
Off.
should do an episode on Ferris Bueller's Day
Yes, we
Off.
should.
Like, why
Yes, we
have we
should.
not? That movie is
I want to
iconic.
dissect it. How does it relate? Because I think it's still relatable, but it's
It is.
And
For real.
really, what can we have gotten away with the things that they did?
I mean, some of us probably have gotten away with some things like that.
A little bit.
I mean, not to the extreme, but
I didn't go like in a parade and like sing down the street, but
no, but like we skipped school.
Yeah, we did. We've talked about that.
We have talked about that. Like we picked up our friend from the scene of a car accident where he smashed his head into the windshield, and he came out of Bar Harbor.
I don't think I ever skipped school.
Really?
Well, I mean, I did.
So good.
With my mom. She took me shopping, but never like with my friends.
Oh, yeah.
I never skipped school. As a matter of fact, my senior year, I pretended to be sick. So I would know what it's like to be out of school sick for a day.
Yeah. That's funny.
And I never did it without my mom knowing. Damn it. What the hell?
I did take well, no. Yeah, we did take someone's car. But that was like a lot.
Oh, there goes Kelley. She tweeted it. She's on it.
Yay. All right.
So as you guys probably can hear, we have multiple people on tonight.
Yes, we do.
We have Maria, Michelle, Dawn, Courtney, Jackie, Kim, Charlene, Jenny, OG cover girl, and Kelley. And we'll have Mandy too. Mandy's coming on in a little bit. So
we have some extra special guests and friends.
We do.
And we're so excited.
Hi.
And
it is good to see your guys' faces.
I know.
Agreed.
So should we intro?
Yeah, let's intro.
Okay, let's
200th,
intro.
The 200th intro that we've done.
This is crazy. Okay.
We're going to have to get Jackie to be, like when it says mysocalledwhatever started 2 years ago. Wait, 3. Sorry.
3.
It was literally so on the fly that I'm kicking myself for not like just recording the background audio because I can never recreate it. Like I just pulled out my iPhone and started playing with whatever that app is with the beats.
It's so good.
And I was like, oh, this sounds good, and recorded it. And then I've never been able to figure out what I did exactly to get that same exact beat. So
it is amazing.
Yeah.
It's the best. You know what? It shouldn't be Jackie. You should have like Kevin do the record over. So it's Jackie, then I'm going 3, and then like the rest of Jackie's.
That would be funny. Mandy.
Hi, Mandy.
Okay, now let's take a quick picture so I don't forget.
Yes. Let's do a picture.
Get ready.
Okay, here. You ready, guys? 1, 2, 3. One more.
Oh, did I blink? I'm not a blink.
Oh, I just
1, 2, 3. Okay.
There you go.
You're right there, Jackie?
We have our screenshots now for our album art.
Her cover art. Yay.
All right, yeah, let's intro.
Okay, so we're going to intro and then let's do it.
Okay.
This is Brooke.
And this is Nikki.
And this is Charlene.
And Courtney.
No.
Kim.
Jackie.
And Jenny.
Kelley.
And Jenny.
Come on. We were supposed to go in some sort of order.
No. It's okay.
We're good.
We're good.
Did Michelle say Michelle?
Michelle didn't say Michelle.
I did.
She did.
Oh, okay.
Jenny didn't say Jenny, though. I said Jenny. Go ahead. And
this is my so-called whatever.
Hey,
our 200th episode.
Yay!
It's your anniversary. Sort of.
I love it. I love that song.
Do you know what
today is?
It's your 200th anniversary.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Anniversary? Would it be that?
Episode.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 200th episode anniversary.
Right. There we go.
Episodary.
I love that.
Episodary.
That's what we could call it.
The 200th episodary. I love it.
Do you know what today is? It's your 200th episodary.
Yes.
Jackie, we could put that on the intro.
I'm putting that on I am cutting that out and
funny.
putting it on the beginning.
Cut that out.
Yes.
Cut it out.
That's amazing.
So, what are we going to talk about tonight?
So we were thinking that we could talk about, like, each kind of take a turn and talk about some favorite moments, highlights, if you will, of the last 200 episodes. I mean, some of them are very, very obvious. You all know what they are.
Yes.
I mean, come on now. Like,
I'm getting goosebumps just thinking of them.
I know, me too. I get so excited. Like Donnie Wahlberg saying happy birthday to me.
I saw Joe on Instagram today and I was like, you were on a podcast?
Like, we had drinks with Joey Fatone in Bangor, Maine. But like, there's a lot of other really awesome things that we've been able to do.
This
and people
podcast has let us do, in the community has let us do so many cool things. So I won't get
meet
emotional
so many
about
great
it,
people.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I know all of you guys.
People.
If you guys wouldn't have made this, there's no way we would have met each other in all these different states and done all these different adventures that we've had because of you guys making this podcast.
Oh. Well, we're so lucky to have all of you guys. We really are.
Yeah, we are.
I was just talking to Kevin tonight, just real quick, a little quick story. And I was like, because I don't remember what we were talking about, but I said, isn't it crazy how lucky I am to have so many good friends that we like the same thing?
Yeah.
And that we can like enjoy the same thing together and get excited about the same things, because you don't find that often, you know?
Funny you say that, because I was actually talking to Sean about that tonight.
No way!
Because he recently came across a sibling that he didn't know he had, and he's like, it's so funny that we have all these things in common. I'm like, oh, I'm like, that's like with me and all my new kids' friends. I'm like, who knew that few years ago that I would find all these people that I have so much in common with.
True.
Funny,
It is true. It's amazing.
Jordan today, and we were talking about the similarities. Like, I love you, and he's like, I love me too. And we're like,
So, hopefully the New York sounds of Friday night don't interrupt me, but I can start.
Yes.
Love that.
And I actually would just like to talk about how I came to know about your podcast. And I guess I was reflecting back on my first memories of listening to you guys.
Yeah.
And Maria, we chat often, and she was like, oh, these girls had reached out to me about this podcast. They wanted to talk about my, experience with Rock This Boat. And I was like, oh, that's cool. So after she recorded with you guys, she was like, okay, it's going to air, X, Y, and Z. And I was like, okay. But even before that, she was like, you should check it out. It's a really cute podcast. They talk about 80s stuff and new kid stuff. And I'm like, okay, I'll get to it, because I'm not real. At that time, I wasn't really, I'm like an on and off podcast type of person.
Yeah.
So I listened to her episode in support of my friend. And I was like, oh my God, this is so cute. So then I went back and started binging all the episodes prior to Maria, whenever Maria was on. I don't know what episode that was. Can you hear that?
It's great.
Yeah.
The ambiance is, we
New
love
York.
it.
Yeah. Hopefully there won't be any gunshots.
Oh, no.
I'm joking. I never hear gunshots. Let's tap on wood.
I just closed the window.
It was a day where I was doing making my dad's meals, and that usually takes like hours, like preparing for the week and whatever. And I remember the exact moment where I was listening to the episode where you guys were about to kind of give up because of the review.
Paper shuffling.
And then you was like, and then, and I literally can visually see myself like opening the refrigerator, hearing you say like Donnie tweeted something, and I was like, he did what? And just thinking like, this is amazing, and being so happy for you guys. And like, gosh, things happen when they should, because look at you now. You didn't give up. That negative feedback definitely can put a wrench into anyone trying to do something new and different. And if anything, you just turn the volume up. Your episodes have gotten better and better, grander and like you thought bigger after that. And just the experiences personally that you share, but also, you know, fans getting to highlight like special moments in their life has been a real joy for me, just to hear what's going on with other people, other people's memories. And that's probably my favorite part of the podcast, is that you share memories of not only for yourselves, but for others. And you get to see it through their eyes. So vivid memory of binging your podcast and then kind of listening from here on in. And then another vivid memory of being upstate away for work or something. And I clearly remember making cocktails in the hotel room in Syracuse, New York, and sending you guys some kind of voicemail message of me singing the theme song, the old theme song that I love very much.
Yes. We're gonna have to find that. I have all the voicemails still, so we'll have to find that.
Yeah. So congrats to you guys. It's been an amazing journey so far, and I look forward to what else you guys are bringing.
Oh, thank you, Jackie.
Thanks, Jackie.
Yes.
Aw.
And scene.
I love you.
I love
I
you
love
too.
you guys too.
That was I'm getting like emotional again.
That's okay. You're allowed.
So it's like I'm so happy. Like it's a happy thing. Like I just can't believe that somebody listened to us. Like you're talking about it right now. Still to this day, I'm like, oh my gosh, like somebody listened to our podcast and they're talking about it. Like it hasn't like clicked for me yet.
Well, it should probably start clicking.
And your flow is not quite the same, but it also reminded me of this SNL skit, Sweaty Balls.
Yeah.
Not quite sexual like that, but like the flow was like kind of comforting and warm, and so that also kind of drew me in.
Oh, yay.
I feel like we did used to do that.
We did.
Like
we did
a lot.
Yeah.
Welcome
I
to the
feel
delicious
like
dish.
I feel like Brooke and Nikki should do that now because they have microphones.
Hello.
Get real close and
Yes.
be like,
Look at Nikki doing that.
Hello, Brooke.
Well, hello, Nikki.
Hello, Dawn. How are you doing tonight?
Duan.
Dawn.
Don't you get that? I get that vibe right there. Yeah.
Do you like this?
Maria's cat, Gringo. His fur looks very soft.
Hi, Gringo. Oh, he looked right at me. How are you
Welcome
tonight,
to my
Gringo?
so-called whatever. on tonight's episode,
gosh.
it's the 200 episode anniversary.
I like that, Brooke. I like that a lot.
I like what you're putting down.
Approved.
Do you know what today is?
Your episode anniversary?
Do you know that I'm still drinking out of my Love Island water bottle?
Yes, Love Island. I need to catch up on that.
You got a water bottle?
I have not watched the second season, and I wanted to so bad, and now it happened, and I just wanted to binge it, and now I just don't have the to do it.
Yeah.
Don't
I
know
hear
what.
you. I
I
hear
played
you.
The Bachelorette.
I have to binge that one too. I started watching it and then I was like, and then I heard it got really good. So, okay.
I only tuned in for the drama. I've never seen an episode, like sat down and seen an episode.
I've never watched an episode of The Bachelor, not one.
No.
I watched the first several seasons and then it was all kind of the same. So I stopped. Who wants to go next?
I could go.
Okay,
Ooh,
yay.
yay, Jenny.
Jenny's up.
So we're talking about our first encounters, right?
Yes.
So I'll always remember with vivid detail my first encounter with my so-called whatever. I had no clue what a podcast was. And I received a couple of Facebook message notes from someone named Nikki.
Someone.
And I remember the just like eager excitement, and your tone was like, this person is so sweet. Like,
I was so excited. I was so excited.
And I like, just from that, I felt like you were a genuine person, but I had no idea what a podcast was, or, you sent me a note and you were like, hey, we found this thread in Facebook where you messaged about you being the OG cover girl. I think it was a year back or something. It was 5-6 months back. And so you kind of explained, about your podcast. I was like, come on and tell us your story. And I think we had a ton of text messages back and forth.
Yeah.
And we finally had a phone call just to talk about everything. And the main thing that I remembered was, I don't know what a podcast is, first of all. Second of all, like, I just loved your genuine, like, spirit. And I was like, I want to know these people. Like, I'm game to see what this is all about. And I had never been asked that question in all the years of, the history of New Kids. And I've been on social media, but I haven't been an active, member. And I was on Twitter and following the guys, but I wasn't in like the blockhead world, I guess is kind of how I would explain it. Like, I wasn't an avid follower, like every day. Like, I would just check in sometimes. And I joined Twitter literally to follow Donnie. So when, you reached out, it felt like it was just perfect timing to tell my story, and also the most comfortable way to share my story with people that I felt so comfortable with. So I just want to thank you for that. And I think that there's a lot of crazies out there.
I was like, be cool, Nikki. Be cool. Be cool. Be cool. Don't act crazy.
Cool.
Be cool.
Me, I don't consider myself as cool ever. I feel like I'm a dork. But I mean, I just felt like you were genuine. And so I'm going to cry. But I really do appreciate just how, your community that you built, my so-called whatever, like everything that you guys, the tone and how you treat people it just means a lot. And I think it's something to be proud of. 200 episodes and 3 years later, I mean, you guys have accomplished a lot, but just, I feel like it's amazing. And I want to thank you for all of that.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Jenny.
Jenny, you
so sweet.
I totally went off track of what I was going to say, but you got me right.
No, you, like, that was like my first, like, time, like that you wished for something really, 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 like, a lot. I mean, Donnie had obviously like tweeted, but we were like looking for you.
I remember us talking about
day
it.
one. We were talking about you since day one, and then somebody, because we had just said in passing once, oh, it would be cool, like the girl in the cover girl video. Like, I think we just said it in passing, and then there was somebody that reached out to us and actually said, you need to find her. Here, I'm going to help you. And like, these people just helped us. It was crazy. So,
well, it is crazy, and it's crazy that, like, I don't know how it all came together and pretty quickly.
Yes.
Like, the internet's an amazing place.
It really is.
And like, nobody can hide.
No.
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 Trying to, but
no, but it
I'm
was
like
just,
involved and I see more of like the blockhead world and social media. I'm just like, how did I not run into everybody sooner than this?
I know.
Like, I don't know how. I think it all happens when it's meant to. And I've never been like, I feel like I'm on social media and on those pages more now than ever before. And of course on podcasts now. So I'm like finding other podcasts and I'm listening to you guys all the time still. And I think you've opened up a whole other social media world to me that I didn't tap into. So I appreciate that.
Well, we're just so thankful that you came on. Thank you.
you.
Seriously. I can remember saying, okay, we'll do whatever. Like, whatever it is, we will do whatever. Like, we wanted you on so bad. I was like, if you hate it, like, we'll do whatever. Just, we want you to come on. And hopefully I was cool about it. I didn't feel cool about it.
And this is like a little tidbit of info, or like a little, I don't know,
behind the scenes,
something that Nikki and I do when we reach out to somebody. If she's like writing it, she'll write it and she'll send it to me first, and
Yes,
we'll like
always.
I'll proofread, or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember so sometimes it'll go through like several edits.
Yes. Yours did.
And so I remember that. Like, I remember like that conversation between us, like, okay, how does this sound? I don't want to sound crazy.
Right.
But, like,
right.
you know, but we really want this.
Like,
and
we hunted you down. No. Don't say that. Don't say that.
But like, we've done that with a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
that we've had on.
You have to. You have to be really eager and like you want it, right? To make it happen.
But sometimes it's just hard to not be psyched and like
but
that.
Look how many people you've had on now, right?
Oh my gosh.
Like, I'm nothing compared to
No, what are you talking about?
Joe and Joey Fatone, and you know, it's been amazing. Like, even with the guy from my babysitters.
Yeah, Keith Coogan.
Yeah, like so many under your belt now.
We were very lucky. Very, very lucky.
Yeah, it led to just, you know, our chance meeting and everything on the cruise with everybody. And I think that is probably one of my favorite memories. It will be my favorite memory. Just being with everybody and meeting you all for the first time on the cruise.
Yes.
I think we met in Hollywood first before.
Yeah, at Joe's Hollywood.
Did. Yes, yeah. I met you guys, but you hadn't met Brooke yet.
Right. That's right. So
Cruise Jenny is so fun, by the way.
yes, she is.
I was looking at some of my pictures the other day. I was like, oh, Jenny.
Cruise Jenny gives no F's.
No.
And I love it.
Beer. I remember buckets of beer.
Cruise said, don't expect anything. Just go for fun. And since we were first timers,
I did.
just went for fun. Whatever happened, happened.
Well, Charlene, I'm thankful for you for many moments on that cruise where you're just like, pace yourself. Take a minute.
I love it.
Yeah. And I'm bummed we couldn't do it again, but we will one day.
We will.
We'll
all
and
be
I'll
together
be there
soon.
And I will be there. Mark my word.
Yes.
It'll happen. But
well,
yeah,
then,
the shenanigans, if you think about it, because so Maria and Jackie, you guys have gone multiple states, but you guys aren't the only ones. Like, because we all know each other, a lot of you guys did a lot of mixtape tour all over the place. I mean, aside from Nikki doing the kamikaze fly to LA for just a night and fly back for the Joe Hollywood nights, I think it's great that aside from just us traveling to different concerts to see each other and the guys, that we have an extended community of really awesome people who we can go to see at different events and different shows. And like, you guys went to the Apollo show and came out for all that stuff.
Yeah, it's honestly sometimes even more so exciting to go to a place to see your friends than to see the show. Like, sorry, new kids, I love you. I do. If you're listening, I love you. But, you know, yeah, it's like when I went to Atlantic City, honestly, I went because I knew that Jackie and Maria were going and I'd be able to hang out with them. And that's why I went. And new kids were an extra fun thing that was happening at the same time. So yeah, I think that's what it started with them and now it's become so much more. Hopefully that didn't sound offensive to new kids.
It's like, it's really nice to be able to express or share the weirdness and the weirdos that we are. Like, I guess everybody's a weirdo in some way or other, but the common weirdness that is, like, for example, to fly to LA for one night to see one show and fly right back. It's not like, oh gosh, she's like weird. It's like, I think you were having a whole bunch of people cheering on, like, find a flight. So let's hope she makes it. It's pretty cool. Because if I try to explain this to somebody else, like, or even try to like think about it and reflect, it sounds crazy.
Right. Yeah. I'm going down to Florida to see 3 shows right in a row with my friends. You're going to see the same show 3 nights in a row? Yeah, why not?
Right.
Like, or you see the
Boise, Idaho.
Yeah.
Barstools in Boise.
Yes.
Or
I was
last minute trips to Vegas just for a concert, nothing else.
so awesome.
Or you fly to Boston, go to 2 shows there, and because you're so close to New York, you take the train to Rhode Island to get in a car with people, and then road trip to New York to go to one night concert, to get up in the morning, 7 a.m. to catch a flight at JFK to go back to Florida, which JFK is no joke.
Big. Big.
That was fun.
And P.S. I do think that after the whole virus thing is settled down,
Yeah.
I really feel like we all need to go to Vegas.
I think
I'm down for that. I'm down to act a damn fool. It's gonna be like Animal House.
Same.
Revenge of the Nerds.
Yes.
We
all
need
these
it
movies, all
so
at
bad.
once.
My so-called whatever gone wild.
I'm wearing bathing suit bottoms on my head, running down the hall. Like,
We gotta find Mike Tyson though.
Unleashed.
Yes. No, I want, but without the tiger.
Yeah. Yeah, no tiger.
Put the little tiger head and now with the tiger, right? We have to have like the elements.
Yeah. If we throw it in the universe, you know that we'll eventually have a picture of Mike Tyson, right?
Let's throw it. Let's throw it into the universe because I want to meet him.
It can happen. That's how we met Danny Trejo.
Yes.
I know. And then he walked right into his restaurant.
So crazy. So crazy. And he's like, I love Maine. And we're like, we love you. You're scary, but we love you.
He was a little less scary than I expected.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he was totally cool.
He was there with this woman. He's like, it's her birthday. Tell her happy birthday. We're like, happy birthday. And she's like, it's my birthday.
Oh, shit.
All right. So who wants to share something next?
So one of my favorite stories is kind of a newer one, and it's Dawn's. Because specifically of the joy and happiness in her pictures of getting the guys to high five her with pyrotechnics or confetti technics. When I saw the pictures, I couldn't stop smiling. I was so excited. And then when you guys read the story, of course, and then hearing all the behind the scenes details, but like you sent it as like a Christmas card. I left that up all year. And I didn't take it down until like I thought I was going to move and I didn't. Like hearing one that you got to do that and then seeing everybody's like joy in it, just I can't even explain how much that warmed my heart as your friend to know that happened to you. Like just pure excitement.
I have a lot of them.
Oh, Dawn.
We love you, Dawn.
I love Dawn.
We do.
We love you.
I'm so thankful for that moment. And Jill was there. Jill was there with me that night. My friend Annie was there with me that night. Jill and Annie are Jordan girls. And they ended up, my friend Annie was like on the corner. And then it just so happened that Jill decided, she was like, fuck it, I'm buying it.
No, you're fine. This is non-censored.
There's one stool left. She bought that and came to Phoenix, and the two of them ended up sitting right next to each other. And they're like they're my very close friends. I think the caveat to that for me personally is because of the pain that I was like internally suffering in my home life. So I have so much appreciation. Like I just can't wait for this to be over for so many reasons. But for me personally, on a personal level, I want to do things for me, by me, my own rules, for myself, with all my friends, and not have to worry about anything else. But that was just a moment, Charlene, that I was able to like just like take a deep breath and like
just live in it.
Yes. And what's really funny now is that I have some other friends that are like, when and if I ever get this opportunity to be in a situation like I was doing that, they've come up with their own little fun, sneaky ideas for their meet and greet, which is really kind of fun. Specifically, Kelley. Kelley talks about like, Kelley talks about if if she had an individual, what she would do. So thank you, Charlene. That means so much to me for you to speak on that, because that was that's like been a big deal to me, and you all are a big deal to me in so
Deserve it.
1,000 different ways.
1,000%. You deserve all of it.
Yes.
Well, the podcast personally now for me, since I'm sorry, I'll steal the spotlight for a second and everybody else can move on. I found the podcast when I came back from the cruise from Norla to Cozumel. And then like right when I came back, that's how I found the podcast. And everybody's taken me on, and I appreciate everybody so much. And I love the stories. It makes me feel like all of my thoughts are, oh my gosh, I remember doing that. Oh my gosh, I did this. My bedroom looked like this. I was thinking those thoughts, you know? So just to have other people that still think that, and to have the circle of friends that I've made is so meaningful to me.
We love you, Dawn.
Yes. I just want to say one more thing here really quick with Jenny. Jenny probably thought that I was a stalker after the OG episode, because we both live in the same town, county. So I was like, hey, we could hang out. Hey, let's get together. Hey, you know, she probably thought I was trying to steal her dryer lint or something. You know, like in this trip.
Well, I will say, Dawn, that I was on social media, but I was not on social media, right? Like actively talking to what I would call strangers, right? Like I would chat and comment here or there, but I feel like I've always just been a fairly quiet social media person. And I think that you helped open up my eyes to the potential of friendships, virtual friendships. And so I thank you for that. And look what it's turned into, right?
Yes.
I do.
Yes.
So, and even though we're in the same county and don't really see each other,
I know.
We'll blame COVID this year, but now I appreciate that you reached out that way.
Yes. Yes. So thank you, Nick, Brooke, and Nikki, for just, now I want to go to Boston. Now I want to go to New York. Now I want to go to Maine, places I've never even imagined wanting to go and explore, because I know people that are there. Places I've never been or even thought that I would go, because now I was literally like, I'm not going to Boston. I'm not going to Boston. But now I want to go to Boston. I want to go to the concert, so I'm going to make it happen.
Yes.
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 Put it in the universe.
Put it in the universe, Dawn. It happens.
Well, technically it is in the universe, thanks to Jill.
Awesome.
Jill's pretty fantastic. So I'm really, each and every one of you, I'm so grateful for. And Kristine and Jill that aren't here, I'm grateful for. And I just want to say one more thing. I'm sorry, I'm totally hogging the show. But
You're
Kristine,
fine.
I'd like to say thank you to Christina for bringing the most amazing stories for me. I didn't really want to talk about myself. I wanted to talk about Christina's stories.
Christina Meyer?
I'm sorry?
Christina Meyer?
Yes. Her stories are the dreams of past, present, and future.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Now, Dawn, you said you heard about the podcast on the Cozumel cruise?
No, I had just come back, and then I started looking at all the pictures and stuff, like all the social media and stuff, and then somehow linked up with my so-called whatever, seeing someone, it must have been a Facebook friend that I was friends with, suggesting it, and that's how I got connected. I mean, I remember I was added at 400 when we had 400 and something members.
Mm-hmm.
I distinctly remember being in the 400s.
Because I know me and Maria had a bracelet card frenzy on the cruise.
It could have been that. Maybe it was that.
Mixed out with cocktails, and we're just like,
yeah,
I love it.
You put anything with a cocktail, and I mean that's why I'm ready for my so-called whatever Las Vegas.
We were Oprah.
Yeah.
You get a bracelet, and you get a bracelet.
That was so
gave us
awesome.
free
We
gifts
love
to
you
give out.
guys.
We were excited.
Oh my gosh,
I remember John
was
throwing,
amazing.
like somebody throwing bracelets on stage one night. I don't know what night or anything on the last cruise, and John picked it up. I remember he picked it up and he just like threw it right back. He read it and then like threw it back in the crowd, just to see what it was. Yeah. Thank you, Brooke and Nikki. Happy anniversary.
Oh, thank you,
Dawn.
Dawn.
We love you.
You're amazing.
Yes. Love you.
Love you so much. And thank you.
And I loved your story that your story, your picture of you by the bus. I always think about that. I don't know why.
That's a great picture too.
But I always think of that picture.
That's a great one.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
I sent that to you. I'll have to make some more of those and send them out.
Maybe we can put it on the website for this.
Yes. Oh, we'll put it on the website. It will be on there. Brooke's all over it.
Yes, I will be. It will be there.
Thank you again, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is where we put an ad.
Okay. I won't go yet. Put in the ad and then I'll go.
No, I'm just kidding. No ads.
No
Ever
ads.
again. Ever again.
No. Oh my God. Well, I mean, no, not like that.
No, if we do like HelloFresh, like
Yeah.
like I love
That's fine.
HelloFresh.
Yeah, I just made whatever chicken piccata last night.
Oh, hey, how was it?
It was great. Not sponsored.
Not
But if you
sponsored.
want to,
Right.
We're
You know how to
here.
get us.
Mandy.
Yes. Okay. So I remember seeing Donnie's post of Amy's story on Facebook. And I remember reading the whole thing because it was long. I mean, and then later I realized it's what you guys read on the podcast. But I think I saw the post and then found you guys on Facebook and would follow. But I, like Jenny, I did know what a podcast was, but I never even knew how to access them on my phone. Nikki, you may remember I asked you how to access them on my phone, but I don't even remember when that came out. Was it like summer? I think
It was August. It was like end of August.
Yes, and I think yours like September or October when we were talking back and forth, right?
Yes, because then I would like either see posts and like relate to them, and I think I would just write to you guys on Instagram. And at first I'm like, I don't know who it is, but it was always usually Nikki. and then I think one time you're like, have you heard an episode? I'm like, no, I'll have to catch it because I was a little embarrassed. I didn't know how to access a podcast on my phone. And then, October, I think I had finally asked you like, hey, so how do I listen to a podcast? And you were like, what do you have? iPhone or Android? I was like, iPhone. You're like, okay, look for this. And I think you screenshotted like the little icon. I'm like, okay, like trying to find it all. Like, do I have to download them? Like, I literally had no clue how to find it. And then, like just started listening. I was probably like just a few episodes in. And I think every episode I would message you guys like, oh my gosh,
love it. I loved it.
Oh my gosh, me too. Like I related so much and I felt a connection like instantly. Like you grew up in Bangor and I grew up in LA, yet so much was exactly the same. Exactly. And then my binge listening was when you guys were like my saviors when my dad was having his heart surgery. Because I was there at the hospital for I think 14 hours and like listened to you guys 90% of the day, like to just get me through and have that happy time and just kind of listen and keep my mind off of it while looking over at like what's happening with the surgery and going back to listening. So you guys know I appreciate you guys so much for that and everything because you were my sanity during that time. And then even after, I remember months later, probably a little over a month later, when he was out of the hospital in a rehabilitation down the street, I was walking and I remember listening to Charlene's story because I'm like, I can walk to the rehab place and go see how he's doing. And I remember hearing like Charlene's story that like stood out. I think probably because you're from here too, like, oh, she's from the West Coast. I didn't really know people then. I wasn't a part of a community yet. It was just like kind of finding people and kind of reaching out to people. And I think I remember too reaching out to Jenny, like, did I request her?
I said, you messaged me. And I remember you said you were hesitant.
Probably. Yeah. And I was like, I've never done this. I've never reached out to people on social media ever. And then slowly it was after the total package tour, right? That was that year, 2017?
Yes.
No, yeah, whatever that was.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is weird. I'm like, so, you know, like if I saw a post, I would be like, oh, hi, I'm a fan too. Like, I didn't even know what Blockhead was until becoming a part of the community. And I think, yeah, like I messaged Jenny, like, oh, after I heard her story, was like totally like, oh my gosh, like she's my soulmate. Yeah, it was just, I mean, I love it. I love it all. I love all the stories, all the memories. I love it all. I'm so glad I found you guys.
I'm so glad you found us too, because we love you so much, Mandy.
I know. And I'm so glad that we could be there when you, like, for the 14 hours.
Yes.
Like, I remember
talking to Brooke because you and I talked about it.
Yes.
We either talked about the surgery or we talked about your dad in rehab. And then I can remember talking to Brooke and I was like, I've been talking to this girl, like her dad, I think I said he had heart surgery or was going to have heart surgery. And I was like, she's been listening to us like a lot and she's really cool. And it was fun talking with people. I'd always like, and Brooke was always like a little, she's like, okay, just be careful.
Yes, I remember you saying that too. Like, a little worrisome because, and I was like, no, like you guys are like, I'm cool. I swear, I'm not a crazy. But
and I only say that
yes
because
totally.
Brooke knows me.
Yes, I do. I know Nikki. I think better than Nikki knows Nikki.
Yes, for
and
sure.
She is 1,000% invested from the get-go.
Yes,
and I am not like that. I feel like I can read people pretty well. Not that I was reading anything or anything. I kind of have like walls. And Nikki doesn't have walls. Nikki's walls are like
I do now.
Like,
I do now.
Wide open.
But
right.
But
and
back
that's
then,
how you get hurt.
I wanted to be friends with everybody. Like
I feel like one of the things that mainly drew me into your podcast was the balance between you two, though. Because on some podcasts, I could relate to Nikki, and on others, I could totally relate to you, Brooke. I remember when we were talking about the cruise, I was like, I'm on Team Brooke. Like, I don't know. I don't see the value in it. I don't know. And then as we all kind of met and got to know each other more, it was like, yeah, we're going to do this. But I feel like we balance each other like that, too, just between our crew.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
I agree
100%.
Yes.
And Mandy, one other thing, I do not tell you enough, but I love the little notes I get.
Yes, Mandy.
Oh my God, to all of you.
Oh, thank you so much. They brighten my day too.
They really do. And I don't tell you that enough. And I always say to myself, like, you should really, like, you need to write something back.
Me too.
Me
too.
To her. But, like, then I don't have a stamp. I actually bought note cards.
No, I was just going to say, Kevin bought me note cards because he's like, Mandy sends you stuff. You should send something back. And so he did.
Here's a letter. It's probably for Mandy. Here's a card. It's probably for Mandy.
I love them. Kelley's really good at that, too. Kelley's really good at sending little things here and there, too.
Yes,
Kelley is. Kelley is. Oh, my gosh.
And I'm just like you, Brooke. I mean, look, literally within reach. It's right here, but I mean, well, this is Mandy's card, but like, I can't. I'm bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always a
so
Mandy card within reach.
Yes, I was just looking because
right
I was like, I know I just opened one today.
Probably find one too.
Spoiler: Thanksgiving's coming up.
Yay!
Guess what's going out in the mail tomorrow?
I do make note of your post about you buying cards. So you're like, look at all these wonderful cards. I'm like, oh, I'm getting one of those.
I was thinking of you the other day at Target because it said if you bought 3 cards, you could get like this stuffed animal. And I was like, I bet Mandy has a bunch of those because she has so many cards. I was like, she's the only person I could think of that could probably buy like those cards and know exactly who she was going to send them to. So I thought of you.
Yeah, if anybody caught the
house,
Hallmark post for the teacher cards. So if anybody actually did that besides me, I know Mandy did, But if anybody else did, we should all send our teacher card to Mandy.
Oh, we just lost her.
We lost Mandy.
Oh my God, frozen.
I thought she was frozen for a little bit, but then I thought maybe she's just taking it all in.
Oh, come back.
She'll be back.
So I'll go next and talk about the first time I met Brooke and Nikki in 2017 at the Mohegan show. But I had spoken to Nikki before that because you were looking for a photo group for the bar stools, and I think it was Jenny that you were just so friendly, and that said you were so friendly and sweet. And I think before you, someone had messaged me saying about an awful time that they had in a photo group, and why did they have to pick to stand next to someone? Why couldn't they just walk in there? So I remember getting a message from you, and I was like, oh no, not again. That's why I hate being in charge of photo groups. I don't like when people yell at me. But you were so nice, and then I remember when we met you and you told Amy and I about your idea for the podcast.
I did.
And we were like, yeah, go ahead, do it. And I think you and I would message back and forth
a lot. Yes.
We did. And there is something special about you, Nikki.
Oh.
And Brooke, you were always nice from the minute you met me, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I'm just not like as...
No, I know what you mean. Yeah, I get it.
That's why you're a good one.
I guess. But I think my favorite memory will always be when Donnie had sent that message. He posted that about Amy's story because you were just talking to me.
I was.
Yep, and like my phone was going crazy. I think you were trying to call me or via Facebook Messenger.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what's going on? And I don't remember what I was doing, but I don't know if I was like paying my bills or something boring. But I remember you were like, I don't know if we should go on. And here comes Donnie, as always, right on time. He's always on time. Always. Yes. And that was just, and I remember telling Amy about it, and she was just like, oh my God, what? Oh my God. She was so excited. But I'm glad that you guys are in my life, all of you. I've had some pretty amazing time, some fun times. I love hearing everyone's stories and everyone's experiences, crying with some of you, laughing, driving down the highway together, singing. It's been great. And hi, Mandy.
Mandy's back.
And I think without my so-called whatever, I wouldn't have any of that. Last summer was probably the best summer of my life, thanks to you guys.
Aww.
So happy episode-iversary.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I had to think about that word.
I'll go after Michelle because I can piggyback off of some of the things that she said. So I found the podcast because of Nikki herself. She posted it in the Facebook group, and I was like, ooh, what's this all about?
Yeah, and I wasn't supposed to do that. Whoops. Sorry.
You did, though.
So I went and listened. I think it was like only 3 episodes in at that point, and I went and listened, and I was like, ooh, I love this. I love these girls. This is right up my alley. And like Michelle said, like when everything started with Donnie, he posted about Amy's story because it was right after you got the crappy review, and you guys were like, why are we doing this? We got a crappy review. And I remember messaging with you, Nikki, just like Michelle. Like, I was like, holy crap, Donnie just talked about your podcast.
Remember.
Oh my God. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And I remember Brooke saying how like your phone was blowing up. You were at work that day, weren't you?
I was in Old Orchard.
Okay.
My family, because I remember talking to Nikki sitting on the bed, and I was like, I had just got out of the shower, and I was like, this sucks. Like this bitch. Like why did paper shuffling? Come on now. And I don't know, we were just like really bummed about it. And then like I got ready, and then we were walking downtown to like go get something to eat, and my phone was blowing up like as I'm walking. And I'm like, what is going on? But like, I'm trying to like watch a small child so she doesn't get hit by a car. And like, I'm with my family and my phone. And then I realized it, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, what? Crazy. So yeah, but it's just it's so fun to hear like the other, cause I haven't heard that. Like I didn't know that Nikki was messaging with you guys at the same time. Cause like I was in my own thing.
Thank God, because I needed to talk to somebody.
I know, and I wasn't like answering.
I was like FaceTiming Michelle and like trying to like, because I was like, Brooke isn't answering your phone. Michelle.
I just love that.
But I'm glad you kept with it, because look at all the amazing things that have happened in the past 3 years. Like,
thank you for being one of our OG listeners.
Oh, you're welcome. You've talked to Donnie twice. You've talked to Joey Fatone and Joey McIntyre. Thank you very much. One of my favorite things about the Joey Mac episode, like behind the scenes, is all of us going to find old clips of when you talked about him on the podcast.
That was so awesome.
It was so much fun to like go back and re-listen to old stuff too. Like I loved it. I was like, oh my gosh, do you remember this? Like I had forgotten about a lot of things, and going back and listening brought a lot of it all back. But I'm so glad that I met all of you girls, and I've last year mixtape tour going to all these places and meeting all these people, and it was awesome. And I can't wait to do it again.
I can't
so
wait.
Hurry up 2021 and let's get this crap over with.
We love you, Courtney.
Travel again. Love you guys too.
We love you. Thank you so much. And yes, thank you for being one of the OG listeners.
Yes. Thank you for being able, so I could like message to somebody that day, because I was like,
welcome.
Bryn and Brody were just like, I don't know, like they're like, we're excited, I guess. They were so like, little back. It's just crazy to think of it, because it was 3 years ago, you know, and lots changed in 3 years. But they were like excited for me, but they didn't know why. Now they know.
Now, was it your live or was it Joey Fatone's live when you guys were hanging out with him?
Joey Fatone's live.
Freaking amazing.
Right?
It is amazing.
I know.
I woke up in the morning like, what's all these messages? Because it was late. It was like I stay up late, and I think you must have went on live with him at like 1 in the morning.
It was like midnight or so.
It was like midnight, yeah.
The bars were still open. They closed at 1.
Okay.
But it was late because it was almost last call.
Okay.
Right.
I remember I was watching SNL and I must have dozed off. And then I woke up the next morning and I was like, what is happening? And you guys look like you were just having the time of your lives, and I was just so excited for you. That was great.
It was so fun.
Do we have that video?
I don't.
I don't
know. I wonder if I recorded some of it. I feel like I might have screen recorded it. I could be wrong. I don't know. I feel like, but I think I shared it with you if I would have.
Sounds like something you
go back and look at my Google photo, or my Google, because it would be on my phone. Or maybe I screenshotted. No, I swear I recorded. I have to look. I'll look.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. So excited. If so, we'll put it on the website.
Yes. I will look.
That was crazy. Like, I just still can't believe, I cannot believe we're packing up the stuff. Like, we're packing it up. And he's like, you're going to come downstairs, right? And I was like, what is happening? Like, what is happening? Brock!
It was so
I was like, play
fun.
Cool. Be cool. Nikki, be cool. Sure, yeah.
And like, I think that we went live and he went live.
Yes.
I think we were live at the same time.
He kept saying,
I remember,
how many people do you guys have?
Yes. Because we had like 12.
Yeah.
And he had like 300.
Yeah.
But it was so fun. And I remember like looking at his phone when he was on, like I felt like I was a barnacle. Just to put that out there. I felt like I was a barnacle on Joey Fatone because I just wanted to be like right there. But I remember looking at his phone like as he was on the live and like all like the comments and stuff.
Yes.
And I was like, ours don't look like that.
Yes.
But it was so fun.
I remember very specifically Elle on
yes.
there. And I was like, I know Elle. He's like, you know Elle? I was like, yes, I do. Kind of.
Yeah, but he did. He was like, what did he call her? He called her like Noochie, like Nooch.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Noochie or something. And he was like, oh, you girls know Elle? I know Elle. And we didn't know like at the time the connection, but now we do. Right. But but no, he was awesome.
You guys sounded like old friends. Like a bunch of old friends hanging out.
It felt like old friends.
It still doesn't feel real though. You know what I mean? Like it feels like we met Joey Fatone, the like fake Joey Fatone. Like you know what I mean? Like not like the real hologram. One. Because like it doesn't seem real. It doesn't
like from Sync In.
Right. Like I look at my NSYNC license plate, my NSYNC 5 license plate, and in the middle is Joey Fatone's signature. Like that happened. He looked at my license plate and laughed.
Yes.
And signed it.
And he signed it. It was awesome.
He's like, now he said something like, now all you need are the other 4 signatures. Because he signed it on the Y. Right? No. Yeah.
I don't know.
He signed it wherever he's like, you know how it's like Lanston.
Yes.
You know, like he signed it on the Y.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you guys re-listened to your big episodes? Since editing them, have you re-listened to them?
No.
I've listened to the Joey Fatone episode.
You have?
Like 5 times. Yes, I have.
Oh my God, I need to listen to it.
I've listened to it a lot. That was probably, I mean, and it's only because we got to do it with him there.
Right.
That was probably like my favorite episode that we've done because we got to do it with him in person.
Right.
Obviously having Donnie on and having Joey McIntyre on has been amazing.
Right.
And, you know, we do it how we can. But the fact that like Joey Fatone was in Bangor, Maine, and he agreed to sit down with us, like have basically like not to be, but have us as a guest in his
right, like
little.
He
like,
acted like he knew us, Brooke. When we, like, I felt like look, Joey Fatone knows me. Hey, at the conference, you know what I mean? Because he was like, "Oh, girls, come on over," and I'm like,
"Oh, he did." at the Comic-Con.
Yes,
he did, and
I felt
like
so cool. I felt so friggin' cool.
I was the coolest girl at the Comic-Con.
I know. And we were like in the back, like listening to the whole thing, and I'm just like, yeah, guys, we know Joey Fatone tonight. You don't know what we're doing, but we do. Like, no, I'm not that, you guys. I'm not like stuck up like that. I was just like so excited, like
because it's really cool.
Yeah,
it's cool, and we just know that we just don't ask him to go to Stephen King's house.
That's right. Sorry about that, Joey Fatone.
That's taking it a little too far.
I lost my coolness factor. I just didn't play it cool. I'd had
it was all good.
Too many, and
it was all good.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
So that was a highlight.
And I have to say, your campaign for that was pretty freaking awesome too.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
that was amazing, and that was like
that.
The people. Like the community.
Oh my God. Every live they would be on, Joey, you need to go on the My So-Called Whatever podcast. You need, and it was like, he's like, okay.
He did. He was like we broke him down.
It was amazing.
In the best way possible.
Right. Exactly.
Bye, Courtney. Both Joeys.
Here we go.
Oh, bye,
Courtney.
Everyone was on your side with Joey McIntyre too. All the
yes.
tweeting and when he went live, and we had him saying, "People are talking about this. My something whatever." You know, remember he said that like a year before you even had him on.
Gosh, I know.
So
he talked about it on his podcast.
Yes,
multiple times. How many times did you say My So-Called Whatever? Like 4 times, 3 times?
Oh my gosh, it was crazy. I can remember now. That is a very specific time in my life. I can know exactly where I was. I was in the shower listening to his podcast, And that happened. And I screamed at the top of my lungs. And then he kept saying it. And I'm like, Kevin, he just keeps saying it over and over again. I just don't even know what to do with myself. And he's like, I don't know what to do either. This is cool.
I don't know what to do with you.
I was screaming.
It was awesome.
Oh my gosh.
I remember listening to it on the way to work.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It was
so cool.
And that was a whole thing too, because I remember I was going in for an appointment and I had texted everybody because Joey had said he was going to answer questions. So I kind of put it out there to you guys and to other people. I was like, hey, look, here's our chance. Like, if you guys don't mind, can you just like tweet at him to go on the My So-Called Whatever podcast? And like, you guys,
it was on.
You did it. You got his attention.
It was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And like from the beginning, I feel like it was a long time coming, and we worked really hard, and you guys all worked really hard.
Yes, you guys worked so hard, and we appreciate it so much.
Glad he ended up being on your guys' actual anniversary show, like actual date, because I think with the with the two Donnies on the show and everyone else, that you guys were able to just converse with Joey. And I know you guys look at it different because you were there, but watching the snippets you've put online and listening to it multiple times, you guys were so cool with Joe McIntyre. And I think it showed because he was playing with you guys and kind of ribbing you and just sharing so much. And I think the timing ended up being perfect for when you guys were supposed to talk to Joe McIntyre.
I agree. I think that it happened when it happened. Like everything's supposed to happen. Like he says, everything happens for a reason, or he says it differently, but it was meant to happen at that time. I really truly believe that that's when it was supposed to happen. So,
I agree. And Charlene, I didn't really think about it from that perspective, but like, you're right. If he was the first one on the podcast, we would have.
No, Nikki wouldn't have been cool. No,
it would have been.
Not to talk about myself in the third person, but
it would have been different, and it wouldn't. I don't think he would have. We wouldn't have been as comfortable, and in turn, like he couldn't have been as comfortable.
No,
to share what he did.
And I don't mean to like take over the conversation, but Donnie happened when it needed to happen, because I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Him being on first what like helped us, and he helped us. He like
gave us some legitimacy.
Right. Not just that, but he also like it made it easy to talk to him, because you remember how nervous I was. I didn't think I was going to make it, you guys. Like I didn't think I was going to be able to make it through the episode because I was so like nervous that I was going to say something. Yeah, the very first one. Yeah. And he was just so genuine, so amazing. It's like he knew we were nervous, or that I was nervous, because Brooke totally was cool. Like she just like, she was just like on, and I'm just sitting there like, like don't say anything stupid. But yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to concentrate on your idol, like what they're saying, and then actually in your brain think of something to say back. Like,
right.
That's really hard.
Right.
When it comes to Donnie Wahlberg.
Oh my gosh.
That is hard.
Yes.
I just have to remember, like, he is just another person. That's the way I look at it. He's just another human being.
He's not just another person. He's
amazing. He's amazing, but he's an amazing human being.
He's going to be like a saint. He's going to be
Kim's take on money.
St. Donald.
That's what I want to hear. Kim's take.
What, Charlene?
I want to hear your take on Donnie.
Me?
Yes. That's another good thing. Watching you watch Donnie is one of my
I love watching Kim watch Donnie.
Yes.
It's the best thing ever.
Yeah. Ever since I was 14, really. So with that, I guess I'll go, because growing up, I really didn't have a ton of friends that liked new kids, and I really got made fun of a lot for liking them. So to find you guys was a dream come true, to actually oh my God, they like them just the same amount that I do. And I'm like crazy about it, you know? So, and then for you guys to like take an interest in my story and what I had to say, I'm like, who wants to hear? Nobody wanted to hear what I had to say. So about New Kids. So, you know, I can talk about them forever. So I was happy for you guys to take interest in how I was on Rock This Boat and answered some questions for you on that. So that was a fun episode. And I guess a lot of the memories I have of listening to the podcast and binging on it is driving in my car to and from work when, you know, we used to go into offices like a couple years ago or a year ago or drive in and out of work. And I mean, I would be talking in my car to you guys and screaming and crying and laughing. Like that was like good time in my car listening to you guys. So thank you for that. And of course, then just meeting everybody and just getting along instantly, effortlessly. Yes. And the amount of like girls' weekends we had and concerts and Florida. Oh my God. Just, yeah, Kelley, Dawn, Michelle. It was just so much fun. I just have so much fun with you guys, and just really miss you.
I miss you too.
Can't wait to see you again.
I miss you too.
I miss you too.
I miss all of you guys.
You gotta go, Jenny?
Yeah, I gotta go, guys. But
all right, thank you, Jenny.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.
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 Kelley, it's your turn.
I was gonna say, I think, am I the only person who hasn't went yet?
I think Maria.
Maria hasn't.
Maria. We'll save the best for last and let Maria go last. I knew she was gonna shake her head at that. So I think I found the podcast early on. I feel like there's probably like 3 or 4 episodes.
You were early.
Yeah. I feel like
listener.
the first one that I heard was maybe Michelle. That might have been like the 4th episode.
I think it was the 2nd.
Really?
Yes. So you were OG.
Okay. Well, I had went to the Total Package tour. Thank God for a coworker with an extra ticket and said, here, you can have it. And I'm like, cool. And that was my first New Kids concert. And it just pulled me right in.
Was that the first time you touched a new kid?
Yeah, and it was Danny. But you know what? It's a new kid. Well, I was lower bowl. I know all the terms now, but I was lower bowl by the B stage. And I'm like, this is an amazing seat. Little did I know. But so whenever they were running back to the B stage, Danny came by this way, and I'm like, my friend's like, stick your hand out. They'll touch you. And I'm like, they'll touch me? And so I stuck my hand out, and I was just going for high fives. And I thought Danny was just going to high five me, and he squeezed my hand. I felt bad because I'm like, what if he thinks that I was like rejecting him because I didn't grab his hand too? I just was like letting go. And I'm like, well, he'll forgive me. And then when Joe came by, I couldn't move. I got a picture of like his real sweaty side, and then I cried. So there was that. But yeah, so after I got done with that concert, walking back to the hotel, I was like, why is it over already? It was 5 minutes, and I needed more. And then like a few days later, that had to have been on a Friday, maybe it was a Saturday night. Jill and I were actually at the same concert, didn't know each other yet.
Crazy.
Right? And then I just started Googling, and I was like, how can I hear more about the New Kids? And that's how I knew what podcasts were, but didn't listen to them. And I was like, podcasts about New Kids on the Block. And I was like, give me more Joe. This is also how I found about last night, and then totally fell head over heels for Adam Ray. That's a whole different story. But yeah, so any podcast I could find that had any of the New Kids names or New Kids on the Block in the title or tagged in any way, I found it. And that's how I found you guys. And then just binged on what I hadn't listened to yet, which I guess was like maybe 1 episode. But I remember when the Mac came out, and I was like, oh man, they can't give up. They can't give up. I was really super excited, and I will never forget how excited Brooke was for Keith Coogan. I was like, that movie was my childhood, and I loved it. And to hear somebody else was super excited about that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have 2 things in common with this girl. And like, the dishes are done, man. So I was really, really excited for that episode. It was one of my favorites, along with hearing everybody else's stories. But I'm rambling now. I don't know. I actually really enjoyed, and I'll never forget it, and maybe this sounds a little bit, I don't know, selfish maybe, but I really loved hearing Nikki and Maria. Brooke, I don't think you were in that day, but when you guys read my story and you really didn't know the whole stories yet about the concerts, and hearing the 2 of you guys freak out like, she did what? He did what? What did he say? He said he knew her name. And I was like, oh, this is hilarious. It was so fun hearing you guys like fangirl on that one. But last summer, I'm going to say it because every time somebody mentions Florida last summer, I'm hanging my head. But last summer, if that would have happened and I wasn't I got in a hit and run on the highway. And I had Kim in my car, I had Christian in my car, and Dawn in my car. And I was just freaking out, but not one tear fell. And it was because I was on such a adrenaline high. I was like, will my car get me to Fort Lauderdale? That's all that matters right now. And then little did I know, I'm like, yeah, then there was this nice officer who came to do the police report, because apparently we were in a very bad part of town, and 911 told me to leave where we were at and go somewhere safer.
Which wasn't really much safer when we went across the street from 7-Eleven.
Well, nobody told you guys to go across the street. They just told us to go to the police station because it would be safer, not to go to the grocery or to the store. Well, if the officer knows the people and says, hey, if you see so-and-so in there, looks like this, walks like this, we're not in the really great area.
Oh my gosh.
So there was that, but thank goodness for the cruise money that I had saved up, because that covered my deductible, but also that they waited a while to announce the cruise so I could save it back up again. But that last summer was freaking amazing. Going to Boston, like I said, the train, and then the road trip to New York, that was something to put in the books, because I didn't know it was that long of a road trip.
Well, I have to say something about you, Kelley.
Okay.
You were our like first cheerleader, like all out, every episode, tweeting, hashtag, everything, like just you like were in it to win it, and you wanted us. You wanted it just as badly as we did. That's how I felt. Like you were just as much a part of the podcast. I feel that way about all you guys. But in the beginning, I felt like Kelley was like that. I couldn't believe that somebody would like want it just as much as us. Like want something good to happen for us. You don't experience that often, unfortunately, in life. I hadn't anyway. And it meant so much, Kelley. Like there were days that I was just like, ugh. And you'd be out there like hashtagging, and I'm like, okay, all right, this is good.
Huge social media hashtag engager, like just constantly keeping the momentum going.
Yes.
Just because I was the one out there doing the hashtags and everything, there was so many people who were messaging me and saying, you should do this one, you should use this one. So there was a lot of the silent people out there too, who their voices weren't being seen or heard out there, but they were like the silent partners.
Well, we love you guys too, silent partners.
But even though I was the one cheerleader out there that you saw all the hashtags of, there was many other people out there cheerleading too. But imagine all the people who were just listening and cheering you on in their cars, but just didn't take the time. So as many as you saw, there's probably double or triple that you didn't see. Mm-hmm. So remember that.
That's crazy to think about.
It is. It's nice though.
Yeah, it is nice.
And guess what?
What?
You got to talk to Joey McIntyre.
I know. Oh my God.
I mean,
Donnie Wahlberg twice.
Oh my gosh.
Double D's. Double
D's.
Oh my gosh. I still can't believe it. Like Donnie Wahlberg, Joey McIntyre, Joey Fatone. Like we keep saying, but like, did that really happen?
Mark Calderon.
Yeah, Mark Calderon.
Roger
Ortega.
Shane McDermott.
Shane
Yes,
McDermott.
definitely.
Oh my gosh, how could I forget Shane McDermott? Oh my god,
I didn't even know what Swan's Crossing was until Swan's Crossing.
Yeah,
I didn't know what it was
Same.
until that episode.
Hey, do you
I was like,
remember?
okay.
Do you remember when you first talked to Donnie and Jenny was there? And I think were you guys on video with him?
No.
No.
Oh, well, he had walked around a house or something and went near Jenny.
Yes.
Oh, she was making the jackets at the time.
Yes.
And whenever she heard you guys say something about how he's a national treasure, she said she was going to say that in the bedroom to him. I wonder if that ever happened.
Yeah. Okay, Kelley, you're gonna hashtag that to Donnie. Did it happen?
Does she call you a national treasure?
Yeah.
In the bedroom.
All right, picking up the phone. Next. Maria's next.
I have a question for Brooke and Nikki, since we're talking about all the celebrity people that have been on the podcast. I noticed just now that they're all men. So I posed this question to you to throw it to the universe, as we always talk about. What female celebrity would you guys like to see on the podcast?
Oh my gosh.
So
Tiffany.
Yes,
Yeah.
Tiffany, Debbie
I
Gibson.
tried Tiffany. I'm gonna.
You did. Dawn was
you did,
Dawn.
Dawn.
You were our cheerleader. You were in it to win it.
I was
with
in her face. I gave her the.
Yeah.
I gave her the. I
bracelet.
Gave
She
her
wore it in the
bracelet.
picture.
She wore it on stage. I mean, so would you? I mean, I'm asking.
We would love to have Tiffany. I would die if we had Tiffany. I loved Tiffany so much. I would love to have Debbie Gibson, Tiffany. I'd love to have Jenny McCarthy on to talk to her
have Jenny on.
about just like her growing up in the 80s and 90s. I mean, she was an icon for us women.
I mean, we did like a whole episode
right on Singled
Singled
Out.
pretty much dedicated to her. I mean,
she made us believe that we could be strong, independent women that were funny. You know what I mean? Like, so
True.
I would love to have Jenny McCarthy on.
What about you, Brooke?
Kelley just said something.
I know. Is
she's
Kelley
muted.
talking?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, what about Downtown Julie Brown?
Oh my God. I
love to
love
have
Downtown Julie Brown.
Wubba wubba. I would love to have her on.
Cyndi
And-
Lauper.
Cyndi Lauper's on TikTok. Fun too to talk to people who are like kind of around our age. I mean, like Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Oh my gosh, Jennifer. Yes.
I mean, it's worth a try.
I mean, Jennifer Love Hewitt. She was on Kids
TV
Incorporated.
and then
Melissa Joan Hart.
Melissa Joan Hart would be amazing. I watch Clarissa now.
Yes.
I wanted a cute boy to climb through my window. I'm just saying.
Yes.
Sam. I wanted a Sam so
Yes.
bad.
Oh, hey, Joey Lawrence.
Joey Lawrence.
Whoa.
I was just talking about him today on our TikTok.
Yes, you were.
Because
Maria,
of
didn't you
that
just
picture
post
with the Jordan
that?
vibes.
That was it. Maria posted it, right?
Yes.
What?
Yes. The Joey Lawrence trying to
With
look
the Jordan
like
vibes.
Jordan.
Oh.
Yes, that
How dare he?
that was some serious like vibe plagiarism.
Yeah, it was. Okay.
Would you kick him out of bed for eating crackers?
No.
Well,
No.
I don't even know what I say. Like, it's not
Soleil
even
Moon Frye would be good.
Oh my gosh, yes. Punky Brewster.
Yes,
Brooke
she
would lose
be
her
good.
shit.
I would lose my shit. I love Punky Brewster. I love Soleil Moon Frye.
Yes.
And I would also like to have Andrea Barber and Candace Cameron together.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, together? Yes.
I would like
I'd
to
have
have
them
them on
separate
together.
too. I'd have them separate.
Absolutely. But I think it would be really cool to have them together.
Like, because they're best friends.
Their
And-
friendship.
Right.
Yeah.
They're friends. They were on Full House. Hello. They are New Kids fans. Like, it's like they tick all the boxes.
Mhm.
And I think that would be
Yes.
really cool to have on.
I agree.
You know who I would like to hear, and I was sort of in my own little campaign to try to get them for you guys. The Sweet Valley High twins. They're actually still like, I don't know, D-level actors or something. I don't know.
Brittany,
Yeah.
Brittany. Oh my gosh, my mind's blank. But
I only know the books. There was actresses too.
yes,
We're a movie.
Pictures of the girls, you know, like the series, and so
Oh, yeah.
I would like read the series, and I would actually picture them. Every other book, I would picture myself, like Beverly Clever or whatever, you know. But them, I would just picture them, and that was like one of the major reasons I wanted to move to California and live this like pink Cadillac kind of lifestyle. I don't know where they were, but it's just they were a huge like part of my, you know, childhood as far as you know it went. And I was like, oh my god,
I love that.
So I literally just found all those books, Sweet Valley High books, the other day in the basement.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh.
I read all those. I remember is in the red Fiat, right? Car.
I don't remember. I don't know.
Yes, Elizabeth and Jessica.
Yeah.
Well, oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
And the boyfriend Todd.
Yeah.
Elizabeth had a boyfriend.
Sometimes, and it was just like almost maybe like my preteen porn or something, because they were doing a kiss, or someone was like a slut, and we were like, oh, scandalous. And it was just, you know, it was my imagination of what I could be when I was like my teen years.
And now I'm reading.
I don't know.
I also remember feeling very accomplished, like getting through the books, like getting them, like if I went out of sequence, going back and then being in order of the numbers, like, yeah.
Right.
The girls' names are Cynthia Daniel and Brittany Daniel, and Brittany Daniel was actually on Swan's Crossing as well.
Now, was there an actual show, or was it just?
Yes.
See, I don't remember that.
I don't remember the show, but I do remember like them on the book.
Yeah, I remember was it the same girls that were always on the covers of the books?
So there is an episode. So it was on UPN. And the first episode, it actually went from September 5th, 1994 to October 14th, 1997.
Okay. Oh, no, that was probably, I probably did watch a couple of episodes, but I was just like, no, I like the books better. It was one of those things where you like the book better than the actual thing. Okay.
But they were probably the models for a lot of the books.
They were Doublemint twins.
Yes, they were Doublemint twins.
Oh,
one of them was on that show in BET. It was about the football players in San Diego Chargers. I don't know.
Yes. It was called, I forgot, my sister watched it. Yes, I know exactly which show you're talking about.
I follow them on, like, I don't know, Instagram or something, but they seem pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be amazing. I am up for, I would love to get more special guests. That's like my goal for 2021. And like in moving forward is I would love to get more guests on our show. More
Jordan Knight.
Yeah, Jordan Knight.
Yes. And John talking about his new show.
And John.
I would love to have John.
Just wrapped it
and
up.
Danny. He can come on.
This new show.
Yep.
True.
You know who else would be really neat? Like, what if you could get Claire Danes?
Oh my gosh.
Or what's his name? Why
Jordan
can't I
Catalano.
Well, I mean, Jared Leto. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck with that.
He's very busy going to his private retreats.
Yes.
Who played Ricky? What was his name? Wilson Cruz.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be
that's
awesome.
Right.
Fun fact, Wilson Cruz went to my high school.
No
Did he
way.
really?
Yeah, he was in, I was in the show choir. We were called the Madrigals. And he was in the Madrigals too, but he graduated, I think, in either like 1991 or 92. So he was like long gone before I got there. But there were pictures of him in the big group shots.
That's cool. That's so
It would
cool.
be fun.
And I think Rayanne Graff is a duchess, or she has some
She
kind
is.
Yes.
Or what is she?
I don't know what her like official like royal title is, but I think Duchess. I think she is Duchess.
Mm-hmm.
But she's like all regal and stuff now.
Yeah. Very cool.
It is cool. It's neat.
Yeah, you guys think about it. We'll put together a list, and then we'll tweet the crap out of it.
That sounds good.
Oh, so we need to hear Maria's story.
We do.
Yes.
I don't know if I have a story. I just
memory.
No.
First impressions, last
thing
impressions.
that I like the most about and that I guess attracted me and kept me going was the stories that people kept on sending, because I had my own fantasies of of going to shows, not X-rated, that came later, but like of going to the show and getting, you know, being the cover girl, or getting my hand touched by Donnie or Jordan or anybody, or the backstage passes and all of these other things that I just imagined, but hearing the stories come in, and the reaction you girls have, that's awesome. And that had me like talking back to you. And at that time I was doing Uber, and I totally forgot that I had people behind me, and I'm like, yes, we're right. Like it was the episode of like, I think it was the serials and the cartoon and the theme songs and whatnot. I was like, oh my God, yeah. I was screaming like a damn fool at people. And I don't know if I had a 1-star, but some of them really enjoyed it. And so that's like, I think that's my favorite thing about, you know, the podcast. And then, you know, the whatchamacallit, the adventures that any excuse to be a fool, I'm all down for it. And that whole campaign, or just acting a fool, you know, I don't know, like my so-called whatever ambassador or something that I name myself. I'm sorry, my cats are fighting.
You're our official production manager.
That's right.
Maria gets shit done. Like, aside from all the different like things she's gone where she's thrown her name out, she's the one that told Donnie on the cruise, the OG cover girl's here. She's right here, and then pulled Jenny to Donnie.
Right.
So Maria makes things happen.
She also is the one that gave the phone to Donnie, correct?
Yeah.
Gave the phone to Donnie and said, here, leave a message on Nikki and Brooke's answering machine.
Ready. Like, I knew they
voicemail.
were talking, and I was just like, here, I'm ready. Just send. Like, I'm like, Jeopardy right now.
And it was one of the best moments of my life. I have to say that was one of the best moments of my life.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Was in the hotel room, you telling me, check your voicemail, and checking the voicemail, and like seeing the video.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was like,
that was, I mean, it just, that excitement that conveys through, you know, through the podcast. And that's just like my favorite thing, because, you know, I have my own fantasies, but I wanted to like, oh, wow, I never thought about, you know, some stories that even occurred.
Mm-hmm.
Like the clam bake. I don't even know what that is.
Yes, that was so interesting. That clam bake. Yes.
Yeah.
It's like they did that. Like,
I know.
Like they went out there and
like hung out with their fans. Like what? Oh my gosh. Could you imagine? I would have lost my mind.
I know, with like their families and stuff.
Right.
Siblings.
Like, in their hype, right? So it was like massive.
It was like an Elks family picnic, but just with new kids on the block and their families.
I'm a little upset that I didn't know about it, because I was in Massachusetts. Why didn't I know?
So
and the thing I love about this podcast is like, I get to see, and you know, I guess having Joey or Donnie or all the other guys that I really don't know about, be on there, and you girls are like, is this really happening? Is this real life? Like those sayings are so funny, but they're so true, because it's like, is it really happening? Is my childhood crush talking to me? Like
right.
That, and just seeing it happen and hearing it happen. And I mean, I guess being part of it was really good fun, but you know, I'm just really happy that it actually happens for some people. You know what I mean? So that's
true.
I'm looking forward to your next adventure.
Yay.
Jordan.
Thank you.
I tried.
Jordan Knight, Jonathan Knight, Jordan Knight.
It's funny because I'm looking at all the squares, and I'm like, I have literally gotten to hang out with you guys outside of a New Kids event, like just on a personal level. Dawn in Vegas, Charlene and Mandy whenever I go to LA.
Wahlburgers.
Kelley when she came to New York. Michelle, we got a John Legend connection too, so
that's right.
And And then the My So Called Whatever weekend, the main event.
Gosh. Yeah.
So that, that's nice too, that, people connect through the group, and then they also meet each other outside of the group.
Yeah.
And when Kim was talking, and we were talking about how much she loves Donnie,
Mm-hmm.
and it's fun to watch her love Donnie.
Yeah.
I have to say, of all the cruises that I've been on, some of the funniest and most memorable moments have been with Kim. Just like her excitement is palpable, and just the excitement moves into just plain hilarity altogether. Like we're all being hilarious. So definitely some funny moments that will forever live in my soul.
Absolutely so much fun. I love you guys so much. Oh my god, I can't wait to be crazy silly again.
I
with all of
know.
you.
I know.
My so-called Las Vegas weekend. Extended
I'm not
weekend.
even a Vegas person, but I want to go to Vegas with you guys.
Yes.
It's
I've never been, so that's
it's
exciting.
on. I want to go so bad.
Yes,
I
we
love
will be
Vegas.
there.
It would be so much fun.
I've only been once.
Shenanigans, pure shenanigans.
Hey,
Absolutely.
So
I feel like if we actually did that, like we would need to get a poker chip with the My So-Called Whatever on it.
Yes.
Oh, that would be so fun.
Do they make those? That would be amazing.
We could make
We can find on the internet. It'll happen.
We could make them into necklaces and wear them.
Yes.
Oh, cute.
That would be a blast.
That would be awesome.
Second with the necklaces. That can only be a nighttime thing, because anyone who's been to Vegas when it's warm, everything burns into your skin. So
Okay.
The color.
you want a big old circle.
I'm going to be wearing like next to nothing because I'll probably melt into the pavement.
Now, but there's
Depending on the time of year you go. Too.
you have sunblock, Brooke and Nikki. This is
My
not.
So-Called Whatever after dark.
Yes. My
So
so-called
fun.
Whatever after dark. Yes.
With the little sub letters, I'm not responsible for my behavior.
That's fantastic. Oh my gosh.
Hashtag what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yes.
Asking it on Twitter and TikTok and lives.
Oh my god.
You don't have to put our experience of the Magic Mike show online.
Yeah.
Can we please do that? Like, please.
Yes.
I'm serious.
I'm serious about it too. We need to go back.
Are you allowed to touch them?
Yes, I think so.
I don't know, but Maria did.
Do what? What did I do?
Magic Mike.
I know which one you're talking about, Michelle. Those other guys.
Yeah.
Thunder from Down Under?
Thunder from Down Under.
Yeah, let's do it all.
Oh,
Let's do them all.
The show that Amy and
There's
I
a few. There's a lot.
Magic Men. They let us touch them, touch them.
Oh.
Oh,
shit.
Yeah, that's more of a chocolate review, yeah?
Appreciate that. I appreciate
No, I mean, no. It's called Magic Men.
But
I followed them on Instagram
are
because of
a
you.
little bit more.
Not all of them.
No, there's
No,
All
there's
varieties?
all kinds. Yeah, there's a good variety.
All right, I'm down with that too. Whatever.
It's a good
Really,
variety. I
I've been
follow them on
inside too long,
TikTok.
so.
That was so good. So good.
So I have to say, and we don't say this enough, but you guys are like the backbone of the podcast, the community, everything. We could have never done anything that we've done without you guys. I mean, without people listening too, but without our admins. We call them our admins. It started off as they were, helping us with the Facebook group, but they do so much more than that. And I cannot thank you guys enough. Just being like our inner circle. It's like our inner circle of trust. Helping us out with podcast episodes, helping us out brainstorming things, helping us out with the Joey McIntyre podcast episode, just all of the different things. Thank you just isn't enough. Like, I don't even know words to express my gratitude to you guys, because you're not only friends, you're so supportive, and you've really helped us become what we've become.
We love you.
So helpful.
Yeah, we love
and
you.
there.
Yes.
And present, and and it's amazing.
Yes.
It's like I'm gonna get emotional, and I don't get emotional.
Brooke does not get emotional. Nope, she doesn't. So,
but like when I can't be there to help, like you guys are, and it's everything. It just makes it so much easier for Nikki, and then for me too. And I just feel like I've gone through so much lately, and I just appreciate all of you guys so much, even though I don't say it enough at all. Just know that I do. Just know that I do. Always know that I do.
Truly. All of you guys. I mean, I don't even know. It's like fate brought us together for sure. Like, I mean, just to have this solid group of girls, women, and be able to just throw things out in the middle of the night and them answer the next, like, or in the middle of the night, answer me back, you know.
West Coast girls.
Right. They're there in the morning when I wake up, and they're there
at night when you can't sleep.
Right.
What it comes down to is,
sorry,
thanks to the new kids getting together, thanks to you guys going to the show, thanks to you making the idea, let's make a podcast where people have to share the same experiences. There's got to be more experiences. We're this big community, and we're this circle here that never in a million years could have ever found each other. And even my best friends, they don't like the same things I do, which is fine. But here we are, we speak the same language. We get excited the same way. We understand without even, so you guys saying you appreciate us, you don't have to, because we feel it. And I'm just so grateful and thankful that you guys did this. So I have all of you wonderful people in all these different states that I never would have ever thought in my late 30s my life would be so rich because of you guys. So thank you guys.
Oh, thank you. Oh, and also, what'd you say?
It's been a fun ride. It's been fun.
It has been so much fun. So much fun. And also you guys listening. We couldn't do it without you guys either. I mean,
for
you
real.
Sending in the stories.
P.S.
Meyer, you know what you did.
You know what you did every time.
And we just appreciate you guys so much. And we want you to know that, you know, we just want you to know how much we appreciate you. So thank you.
200 more episodes.
Hey, we'll keep doing it until, like, Brooke and I have talked about it, and we're not ready to give it up yet. And we'll
do it until it's not fun.
Right. And it's still fun. It's still really fun. It's still awesome to, like, plan an episode and do an episode. You know, sometimes we're like, oh, we got to do an episode, you know, like, but then once we get into it, we're like in it, you know, it's our break from reality. So,
and we all need that sometimes.
Right. We hope we're your break from reality sometimes. So,
and I just have to say, I like the evolution too of, you know, my so-called whatever.
Yes.
I know you just did your first episode, but that was fun, and I love that evolution and what other episodes that whatever is going to bring. So
thank you.
Yeah.
I love that
so
too,
much
Jackie.
fun.
Thank you. That was amazing. And also, I'm just going to say it right here, right now.
Yes.
I have not seen an orb.
No, I haven't seen one. Not a single one, Brooke. I was going to tell you afterwards, but I have not seen one single one, and I've been looking very specifically to see them, and I have not seen one.
I have also been looking.
And I thought video, you guys, you should see it. They went like this. Like,
I thought it was dust. Like, I was really like, it's probably just dust, you guys. It's probably just dust.
She's roboting.
But no. And like, I feel like after we're done with this, I'm going to start talking about my brother, and I'm going to see what happens.
Okay.
That moment. Oh my God, Brooke. When I like burst into tears for you at that moment. Oh my God. I felt it right through my phone.
I feel it. I feel it. Yeah, every day. Like I relive it.
Mm-hmm.
I've been keeping in touch with him, and he is amazing. Like he is just he's like a good friend now.
That's awesome.
So those My So-Called Whatever episodes are going to keep coming.
Yes, they will.
We'll add him to the fold. We'll
and
fold him in.
He's going to come back on and do something else crazy.
Nice.
So it'll be fun.
It'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah. All right.
So
sorry that I cried.
It's okay.
Don't ever apologize for that.
I was just gonna say, don't ever apologize for crying. No.
I just ugly cry though. Like, why can't I just be like, ooh, ooh, like?
You want to be like?
I like get all like. Wah. So sorry.
This whole ending part has got the theme song from Golden Girls in my head, where it's like, "Thank you for being a friend." I'm like,
Thank you for being a friend.
Exactly like that. Sounded just like you right now.
Right.
100%.
You guys have been awesome.
I watched the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reunion yesterday, and that made me cry.
Oh, I need to see that. I got HBO Max just for that. That and because because Jackie, you reignited my desire to watch Class Action Park. And you told me you went, and I'm just like the whole time watching this, I'm like, Jackie, when are you?
Wait. You went to that place?
Jackie did.
That has to be an episode.
I'm not decapitated. I'm good. Like you guys have seen me in water. It's a water park, okay?
But then there's the racetrack, and then there was those other crazy things.
Yeah, I kind of remember the little go-kart things. I mean, I went with the summer camp, so I was young, so there was only so many things we could do. But I do remember our counselors like being like, "We're gonna just leave for a minute." I'm like, "This is not." I mean, thinking back, I'm like, "That was not a safe ratio of counselor to kids."
No.
But I remember seeing like the Tarzan thing where you like swing. I'm like, "That's crazy."
Yeah,
I never would
that
do
is
that.
crazy.
And then to hear that the water was ice cold.
I know.
I'm like, oh. See, no.
I watched that.
I never knew it was called Class Action Park either. So
but it was Action Park.
Class, but that was a nickname.
It was Class Action Park.
Because they were sued so many times in the years they were open. Huh?
The official name was Class Action?
No, the official name was Action Park, but the nickname, like people who went called it Class Action Park because there were so many accidents.
I mean, like, I just remember going as a kid.
You went too, Maria?
But I was like, I was super young. Like, it was that and Six Flags because it was going towards the same way. So, and it was the 80s, and my parents loved to like put the cooler, the buds, and let's go. And we were just like, the pool. I mean, I remember not wanting to go into and feeling like a punk. But then again, I was like 6, 7, 8, somewhere around there. Bye, whoever's leaving.
I have to go. Time for me to. I want to spend a little quality time with my daughter.
All right.
Tell her thank you for letting you come on for this long.
No. I totally planned it like this. I love you guys.
Love you,
Love
Di.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. So we're down to 9, and
we are. And are we gonna wrap it up?
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Okay.
So it's been a good ride.
It's been great, and we'll have many more.
We thank you guys for coming on our podcast today.
Yep.
Tonight. And we
100%.
hope that you come on when we celebrate 300 episodes. And we do it all over again. And then we can talk about the Jordan Knight episode that happened.
Can't wait to talk about the Jordan Knight episode and our Vegas weekend.
Yes, and our Vegas weekend. Oh, that will be a live one. We'll do like live. No, maybe not.
Yeah, probably not.
You're gonna have to get a block of room.
Live one.
When it's live, when you do it live.
I can't go on live, like social media live. It's.
Oh, yes, you can, Maria.
Oh, yes, you can.
Oh, yes, you can.
It is so cringeworthy. I was just like, oh my God.
I mean, yes, looking back at it, yes, there were some parts where maybe,
It just makes me feel like I'm there. personally.
Yes.
I know.
I love live.
So fun.
Yes.
And you guys, you and Jackie have made me love the song "Life Is a Highway" because I always hated that song. And now when it plays at my work, it plays at my work all the time. I see you guys like in the car singing, and I'm like, oh, it's Jackie and Maria, and I love that song now because of you guys.
Do we do a live during that?
I think so.
Kind of video when you're driving to Vegas.
Because I'm remembering the Life is a Highway thing.
No, I remember. Maybe we sent you videos on Marco Polo or something.
Maybe, was it Marco Polo?
Yes.
Probably.
Yes, because I remember the Life is a Highway.
Fuzzy, no sleep trip to Vegas for the mixtape tour in Vegas. Now every time I hear it, I think of you guys, and
I don't hate it anymore either. Seriously.
I love that song, but I mean,
I like it.
Now I like it.
I've just heard it too many times.
It's just like it looked just like the movie. Like I've never driven through, I guess,
the desert.
The
desert.
That's
desert.
why
and the sun was setting, and it was just so beautiful.
It was so much fun, and it was just like that is one of those memories that I always imagined as a kid wanting to do. Like, oh, I want to drive across, the U.S. and have an amazing girls. Like, I don't know, what is that with the Britney Spears movie? Like
Crossroads.
Right. Like, I don't know, but it felt something close to that. And it was just like, oh my God, I did this. I did it. Checklist. Don't have to do it again. But, but it was worth it. And it was just, everything about it was just so spontaneous, was New Kids related, was just so close and so risky because we didn't know if this girl was going to give us a ticket or not. And on top of that, when she described what she was wearing, I was like, what? It was like, I have the sheer see-through dress. I'm like,
what?
Okay.
I mean, she looked great in it, but
fantastic body. I guess I would too, right? In Vegas, hey.
Why not? It's so hot. I mean,
and then we were just there like right on time. Remember, like we were there like 8:30 or something, and she had to go in. I mean, everything was weird, but it was fun.
Yeah.
Remember, we almost ran over somebody, or I thought I had ran over someone.
and she left the gas station with the hose still in the tank.
Yeah, that's what was that thing.
I'm sure you were tired.
We thought the homeless man was trying to ask us for money. Maria was like, fuck this. He was trying to say is, bitch, you still have the freaking hose in your tank.
Did the hose break? Did the hose break off?
I thought it broke from the thing, from like the, gas station. But
it just popped out.
It popped out of the car, and I was like, oh my God, this is a rental.
Oh my God.
Thank God you can check it off.
First of all, I got it, and then as soon as I got off the lot or something like that, or on the highway, it was like the check engine because it had no oil or something like that. And I was just like, what? How can they give me a car like this? And then it was a Volkswagen or something like that. It was like a German car, which is I'm not familiar with. And I was like, so that's why I went. And I was like, let me put the oil in the car. Let me check the oil before we get on the highway onto the desert and get eaten and killed by scorpions.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Or snakes.
Or a coyote.
Yeah. Oh. Well, we love you guys. And
we love you.
Send in your stories.
Send in the stories.
We need your stories. Send them in.
mysocalledwhatever
thank you to those
@gmail.com.
people who have been sending them in. We really appreciate you. And we appreciate all of you guys that have sent in stories and have made us what we are for our 200 episodes.
Gotten us to 200.
Yeah. So thank you.
It's crazy. That's a lot of stories.
Yes. All right.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
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 All right. That was great.